started in a minute. Okay, let's get started. For those of you who don't know who I am, this is the Rabbit Hole, aka known as True TV. That was back in the day before they removed all three of my channels for telling this truth like no other. The things that we are about to discuss in this video, in this live stream, I'm pretty sure y'all seen the title, and this was kind of a request video. These are the kind of videos that I usually don't do because honestly, I look at these things as an issue for sure. It's definitely an issue, but these things are very petty to me because I know that there's greater things out there that we should be worried about. I know that these kind of discussions are low vibrational. They're not as significant as other type of topics. The type of knowledge that you can receive from other type of topics that are more significant. You can't really get that type of knowledge from what we are about to discuss, but there are gems in it. The main reason why I'm choosing to speak about it, because for one, I'm sick and tired of hearing about it. I know it's a lie, and they keep trying to cause separation. They keep trying to cause division. They're trying to turn men against women, and they're definitely trying to turn Israelite women against Israelite men. And they put our own in front of us this is how they infiltrate these type of scenarios as far as this whole gender war is going on. Because you got to understand that we didn't create this. As the people that are at the bottom, the 9-to-5ers, the slave wagers, the common folk, what I like to say, we didn't cause this. This was placed upon us. We didn't cause this. We didn't go in this direction naturally, is what I'm trying to say. We didn't choose to go into this direction naturally. We were guided into this direction. We were manipulated into this direction. Not to say that Israel don't hold the fault, because Israel holds all the fault, but we were manipulated into this situation, especially growing up here in America, especially living the experience in America. And I'm gonna tell y'all now, it's not just America It's the entire world. Now, the title, as you see, the grass is not greener on the other side. A lot of people already know this. I can't see why a lot of people can't come to terms with this. A lot of people are not living in reality. Y'all are in the matrix, y'all in a simulation. And y'all probably heard this before, but I'm telling you now, you're not going to hear it like this on any other channel, because I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. I'm going to tell the 100% truth. I've done the research, and really, in so many ways, when it comes to this type of topic, we all actually have done the research because we've experienced it, we've lived it, we've seen it, we heard it. All of the senses, man. We've been there, and we try to deny where we've been. It's time for me personally, because it seems like nobody else wants to do it. We know the shields and we know the agents on YouTube that control majority of YouTube, pretty much all of it, you might as well say. We know the agents not going to say it. We know they're going to shield all of this, what I'm about to speak on in this video. They're going to shield all of these things, and that they're shielding it all, and it's annoying. It really is. I know to the chosen ones, to the ones that was given the gift to see through deception, and was given the gift and was given the ability to see the truth for what it is. It's not a lot of us out there. We are a very small number, and we were meant to be a small number for a reason. We'll get into that. But for all of you, I'm speaking to you. A lot of times when I'm making these videos, I'm not speaking to anybody else but you guys, man. For the ones that are watching, they're going to try to keep me away from y'all as much as possible. Every time I try to reach out to y'all, they're going to try to keep me away from y'all as much as possible. They're to the point now where they're blocking my comments. I try to respond. They'll let me respond once, but I can't respond anymore after that. If I leave an email or any kind of contact information, they will block that completely. They will take it down completely for the most part. You got to ask yourself, well, why are they doing this? Especially with specific people. Well, because they don't want, especially me, with the consciousness that I have, the influence that I can have, they don't want me to reach out to any organic individual. And the simple reason why, see, I love it how I can give the reason. These other channels not going to give you no reason to nothing. I'm telling you. Just leaving y'all on red, leaving y'all at a dry spot. That's what they're doing when you watch these other channels. You're just being left there with something that was placed in your hands, and you're wondering what the hell you're going to do with it. It's like someone places these tools in your hand, and they don't tell you how to use them. That's what's going on. It's like, what is this? What am I supposed to, how do I utilize this? How? They're not going to tell you that, but here, you're going to be told that completely, to the best of my ability. These other YouTube channels, they're going to shield all of these things. They're going to block all of these things. They've been blocking me. They've been blocking others that are like me, because we are the ones that are not afraid to tell the truth. And also, we were gifted with the ability to see the truth. These situations and these circumstances that we endure throughout life, they go way deeper than what we think. And that's what a lot of individuals don't realize. This Truman Show that we have been placed in goes way deeper. We're in a shell. We're not being told anything. We're being kept in the dark. Do you understand that? For all the people that are going to watch this video, do you understand that we are being kept in the dark? We're in a shell. You ever seen that TV show? I mean, Ghost in the Shell? That's weird. We're the ghost that's in the shell. You know? We are the ones that are in the shell, man. We're being kept in the dark for a reason. Now, doesn't that rise your suspicion? I know it does for me. See, the thing about me is I'm a leader. I'm not afraid. I'm willing to take those scars, those bumps, those falls, those blows. I'm willing to take those. I've already took them anyway. I've already taken it anyway. I'm not afraid to do it again. I'm definitely not afraid to die, neither. Why should I be? The thing is because a lot of people are afraid to die because they don't know what's going to come next. That's why. That's why most people are afraid to die. That's where that will to live comes from. Side note. But the thing is, though, is I'm willing to ask those questions. And I told my subscribers this before many times. I got to be careful how I put my words together. I had to articulate myself so everybody can understand what's taking place when I make these videos, because this is a lesson that's being taught, not just for me, it's for you. I place myself in the position as the teacher and the student at all times. It's always 50-50. Because if I begin not to be willing to learn new things, then I'm putting limitations on my own intellect and knowledge. I don't want to do that. I've done that. I've been placed in that position and I've taken myself out of that position. I choose not to put limitations on my knowledge, on my wisdom. Why would I do that? But once again, don't believe everything that's being told to you. You have to discern. You have to discern. Pick and choose what's real and what's not. Now, back to the main topic. The grass is not green on the other side. Let's just get into it. These wicked individuals keep trying to tell you, especially when it comes to black men, because the message really goes to black men ultimately. They keep trying to tell you, man, that dating women outside of your race is the only way to go. It's the only solution. This is what they keep telling you. Let's say that was true, right? What is it that you think that you're going to find on the other side? And take it from me. I've dated many white women. You're not just listening to a guy that hasn't experienced this before. I'm trying to figure out what is this that we're supposed to be finding on the other side. Why is this scenario being put out there that the grass is greener on the other side? Now, for the ones that know the scriptures, already know that this is not true. But why are they promoting this? You know, there was a scenario that was put out there a long time ago that I caught wind of, right? And it was called White It Out. And that seems like that's the plan that's taking place with us. Seems like we're being whited out. It seems like these elites don't want any more purebloods like us. They don't want this. They're trying to extinguish this because of the fear of knowing who we truly are. They're trying to extinguish this, and they're using their own to do it. And they're using all of their agents to promote this to you. Look, we can look at this situation in a carnal aspect, and we can look at it from a spiritual aspect, and you'll still get the same results. Now, there was a subscriber of mine. I don't know if he wants me to mention his name or not, but he told me, he said, "What do you think about the passport bros?" Well, what do I think about the passport bros? Well, they're promoting they're promoting a lie. They're selling a straight illusion to people. And it's kind of crazy. Like people that are in the matrix, that are in well, I'm not gonna say the matrix. Don't quote me on that. People that are in reality, but the reason why I say that is because this reality is a fucking matrix. But people in reality, one thing about reality, you can't escape it, no matter how much you try. It can be manipulated in so many ways, but at the end of the day, you can't escape energy. You can't escape reality. You can't escape God. You can't. So it's like people in reality, right? See total different from what these individuals are saying. Yet this is being pushed on you 24/7. They're setting up and they're staging all these scenarios to get you inspired. Don't you realize that half of these things that you see on YouTube, on TV, on these portals, period, it's all scripted? Do you realize that? I really hope that the people that observe me, right? The people that listen to me, I really hope that you really get that into your head that 95% of the things that you're seeing on these portals, whether it's the phone or it's the TV or whatever, the iPod, the laptop, the desktop, I don't care which portal it is. Do you realize that 95% of these things that you're seeing are staged? They're fake. And what it is to program your mind subconsciously. And that they do it in a inspiring way to grasp you, to get you to engage into it, to get you to believe into it subconsciously. I'm telling you now, the reason why I pity a lot of individuals, especially these NPCs, is because that I understand. I have gotten to a conscious level to where I understand that most of these people have been programmed. This is why they program us as children. And what makes it so bad, the icing on the cake, our parents were already programmed. So not only are we being programmed by the system, we're being programmed by our parents that was programmed by the system. That's a double-edged sword. So when we were born into this world, we didn't have much of a chance. It was only going to take for the Most High to interfere. It was the only way. Otherwise, we would just been stuck in this matrix. How are we going to get out when we're born into this world? This is all that we know. The spirit had to interfere. And that's why I'm trying to tell y'all that this is what's happening now in these times that we're living in. This is why you have individuals like me talking to you like how I'm talking to you now. It's for a reason. It's for a purpose. I understand that. "95% of the things that you're seeing is scripted because they're trying to shape and mold how you think. And the reason why they keep us away from each other is because they don't want these type of real conversations to happen amongst us. Because what happens when that takes place, we begin to create our own narrative, our own ideas. That's what begins to happen. They don't want us to form our own ideas. They definitely do not want us to be independent. If we're going to be dependent on somebody, it's going to be on the creator, the entity that gave us life. Why would we depend on man? The scriptures do not tell you to depend on man at all. So why are we depending on man? Why are we depending on women? Why? If we were all depending on the creator, men and women would have no problem coming together. You see how that works? This is why they created this system. They're basically trying to imitate God, man. So they tell you that this false perception that that the grass is greener on the other side. I've been to the other side, and the grass is most definitely not greener. It's the same thing, actually, just done in a different way, different motives, different intentions when it comes to white women, especially. With I've dated all kinds of women, Asian, Hawaiian. I dated them all. If you're in America, they're all going to have the same perception. Even outside of America. The whole entire world, actually. Now, things are done differently in different regions of the world, but it's the same programming everywhere. Nobody's following the creator. So everybody's being lied to. Everybody, it doesn't matter where you are and how you conduct yourself and how you've been raised. I don't care if you're Asian, Pandanesian, whatever it is. I don't care where you are. You have been lied to some degree. I don't care. You can just look around. You can see that's obviously what's going on. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. For the most part, there's not a single person that you know that has all the knowledge, man. They wouldn't even begin to tell you anything. They couldn't tell you nothing. Yeah. So here's the thing. Doesn't matter where you go in this world, man. It's the same thing. People are still under that lie. People are still under deception. And you think that you're going to get a different behavior from these women just because you go to a different region? You're out of your mind. What? You got guys out there that think that they go to Australia or something, right? They think if they go to Australia, they're going to find a decent woman. Do you realize, and I know this for a fact, do you realize that the women in Australia are no different from the women in America? The same thing with women in England, in London. British women, to be exact. A lot of people think that if they go over there, it'll be different. I don't think so. I don't think so. Do you see? Like, you think you go to these different countries, and you're a black individual or whatever race you are, if you're American to be precise, these women know exactly why you're coming over there. No one's thought about that part. They know exactly why you're coming over there. And they're going to find ways to take advantage of you because of the circumstance. If you people, I tell you one thing, man, you better start studying psychology. And I'm not talking about the psychology that you find in the textbooks. I'm talking about the psychology of life, of experience, of human interaction. Stop acting like you don't know how people are in this world. This wicked energy is everywhere. It's not just in America or Asia or Africa. It's everywhere. Lingering everywhere. You think that these wicked entities are going to just stop in America? No. These wicked spirits are persuading the minds of humanity, not just a certain region in the world. See, this is the part they're not going to tell you about, these passport bros. And I'm going to tell you right now, the black man is nothing more but a sexual fantasy. That's what he has been reduced to in this false matrix society. He's been reduced to a sexual fantasy, man, literally a theme park. When most women, especially from outside of our race, they look at us like we're a goddamn theme park. I know this for a fact. Most of these things I'm going to tell you, especially when dealing with women, it's easy when dealing with women. It's easy to tell. I've been around the block too many times. Not being proud of it, no. But when I was younger, I was wilding out. I was. And I had the ability to get the attention from women like it was nothing. I'm telling you, you better take it from me. I know what I'm talking about. I've experienced it. And a lot of others have, but they don't know how to articulate themselves and explain this shit to you. Most of us have been through this, but they're not gonna have the audacity to explain this to you. Like I said before, I'm the guy that says what everybody thinks, man. I've always been that guy. And I've always been portrayed as the asshole and the guy that's too cocky. Oh, you're arrogant. You're cocky. No, I'm not cocky. I'm sure of myself. It's a difference. Here's the thing. They're trying to make you think that the grass is greener on the other side. It's one of the biggest lies that they have placed out there. This corruption is everywhere in the world. Well, see, what they're really trying to do, they're trying to get you to leave your women behind. They've already been trying to separate us from the get-go. Let's get into this real quick. This is one of the guys on YouTube. He calls himself the angry bus driver or whatnot. He's one of the biggest perpetrators out of this passport bros movement that's taking place right now. And, you know, a lot of people have seemed to forgotten a lot of things. And I'm here to remind you of what you have forgotten. Yes. And, you know, like I said, this is not for everybody. And I understand it's not for everybody. It's just too bad that it has to be done this way. This whole YouTube thing. I really want to give an apology to all of my true ones out there. You know, it's sad it has to be this way. It really does. But let's get into this real quick. You know, this video will speak for itself. Of course, I'm going to give my reaction and narration. Let's go.
Seem nervous.
Well, yes, I guess I am.
Why?
Well, why not? At a time like this.
What is there about a time like this to create what appears to be a state of emotional imbalance?
Oh, I'm balanced. I'm perfectly balanced. Absolutely symmetrical. It's just...
Yo, when I see these pictures of these black men, I promise you, all I see is sex slaves. That's all I see. They got them one. They got to look. As a black person, we go through too much discrimination. We deal with too much racism. We deal with this too much to not wear this this stigma on our shoulders, which I have to understand. I mean, this has been punched into our minds and into our brains since we were children, man. Been taught all this slavery stuff and been taught that we were inferior and all these different things. You know, we intend to have that weight on our shoulders. They don't. They don't have that weight on their shoulders. They don't even have the closest understanding to this. Maybe in some ways, but not so much. Not so much. Well, let's continue. But look, when I see these men, I just see that they just look like sex slaves to me. And let's not talk about here's the thing. When it's not about race, because sometimes, let's just be honest, it is. When it's not about race, it's all women are corrupted in this world. Let's just get that out the window right now. All women are corrupted. Doesn't matter if it's Eve or not. For what Eve did, they pretty much takes the cake for what Eve did. And we know who Eve is, the daughter of Zion. But we're going to get into that. But the thing is, though, is that they try to say that the grass is greener on the other side when it's not. The same things that these corrupted black women are out here doing are the same things that these other racial women are doing. They're all doing the same bullshit. They're all under the same programming. They're all disloyal. They're all most likely going to cheat on you, divorce you, and they're going to all follow that same program. Like I told y'all before, man, most of these people can't break the system, man. Most of them are going to break the system. Most of them cannot break the system. They can't break the matrix. So they're going to do that, man. They're gonna have that hypergamy attitude. They're gonna try to find the next best thing, especially when it comes to Becky, man. When it comes to the white girl, she's always looking for the next best thing. Her hypergamy level is higher than anyone. See, that's what they're not gonna tell you. Oh yeah, we're gonna get deep today. They're not gonna tell you that the white woman's hypergamy level is higher than all the other women. The white woman feels like she can just go all around the world and just conquer and colonize is what the white woman is doing. The white woman will sleep with anybody. Let's just be honest, tell the truth. You see white women with all kinds of women. I mean, all kinds of dudes from all kinds of races. They will colonize anywhere. Let's tell the real truth. These other races of girls, they're not sleeping around with all kinds of men from other different races like that. Not like how the white women does, not even close. And I would love for somebody to try to come and try to disclaim what I'm saying. I would love it. It would be hilarious. But see, the reason why I'm talking, we know that all women are corrupted. But the reason why they're trying to tell you that why are they telling the black man that the grass is greener on the other side? They're not telling nobody else that. They're not telling the white guy, hey, the grass is greener on the other side. You don't have white guys coming on here denouncing their women. I can't do this because we know that white people don't like to air out their dirty laundry. We know that. Let's just be honest. And those white people that's watching, if you don't know that that's the truth, then you must be in denial, or you must not know what's going on. You're not a part of the system or something. But y'all don't like to air out your dirty laundry on it, no matter if it's on the common folk level or on the elite level. A lot of things that doesn't want to be said about the white community. It's the same scenario with when they say black on black crime, or why do black people kill each other so much? But I've been doing a lot of investigations, and white people kill each other a lot. They actually kill each other more than they kill us. When it comes to the common folk, down here at the bottom, where we are, the slave wages, they're killing each other more. This is why they feed you these fake race baiting situations in the media to make you think that, oh man, white people are attacking you because you're the color of your skin. Meanwhile, white people are sleeping with other race of people. Like, where is this hatred really coming from? What is it really all about? I know it sounds all confusing and it may seem like I'm all over the place, but by the time this video is over, it's going to make sense. Let's continue.
Yes.
Now, once again, it's always about the black girl and the white girl. Like, why is nobody putting this out in the open, huh? Why is nobody putting this out in the open? Like, it is put out there, but it's not expounded on. It's not actually identified. It's not actually talked about. Well, it's going to be talked about today. Why is it always about this, man? Why is it always about either it's the black guy chasing the white girl or it's the white girl chasing the black dude? Why is the black man always told that the grass is greener on the other side? This is why we're talking about this, because, I would expound on other race of men, but they're not being told this. They're not being told, hey, the grass is greener on the other side. Don't date your own women. Hate your own women. But how is this when white women are cheating on white men all the time? So what's the white man's solution then? Huh? Crickets. What's the white man's solution? What's the Spanish man's solution? Because they're getting cheated on. They're suffering from infidelity just as well. What's their solution? Should the Mexican guy go date a black girl because the grass is greener on the other side? Is that the solution? But the black man was told to leave the black girl behind though. So the Spanish guy has to go get the black girl that was supposed to be left behind by her own kind? Is any of this making sense? Because you know why? That's not the narrative. That's why the narrative is the black man to leave behind the black woman. That's the narrative. I wonder why. Let's continue. And look, you can go to this guy's channel. I promise you, this is all you will see. Look, this is all you. This is what this guy's promoting. This is what the passport bros are promoting. They're telling you to leave your woman behind. Why is that? They're not telling nobody else that. Why is this feud between black women and black men so stirred up? Huh? You have to ask yourself that. Why is we're being targeted is what's happening. You got people out here talking about targeted individuals and all this. Well, I'm gonna tell you who the real targeted individuals are. And it's not just a few people, it's a group. You don't hear other races of women talking about how they're independent. You got some, but they just on some swag shit, on some drip shit. That's what they on. They're just following the norm. Those are just follower retards, though. But as a whole, though, you don't hear them talking about we're independent and we should leave our men behind. This and that. In so many ways, they do kind of say it though in such a way. When you watch all these different clips and shit, they are kind of saying it in such a way. But yet, but here's the thing though, it's not being focused. There's no focus on it. When it comes to other race of people, it's always, yeah, okay, there's dating problems. But when it comes to our dating problems, now you have to bring the race into it. Oh man, you have to separate from the black woman. Oh man. Every time when it comes to our dating problems, we have to separate and have to go to the other side because the grass is greener on the other side. Why is that always the case, man? Why are we being told this? Because they want us to separate from our own because they don't want any more pure bloods. People, they don't want any more dark-skinned babies because they fear the apex predator. And you better believe that the dark-skinned man is the most desired on this planet, man. A lot of you men from other racial groups have had to come to this conclusion, man, because you've seen what your women do. You've seen what your women like. You've seen what they idolize. It's sad to say, I feel sorry for a lot of individuals that this is how the world is, but it's sad to say this is just how it is. But the thing is, don't feel so down and bad because the black man is looked at like a sexual object, a theme park. You see, let's go outside the race for a second. If you're a handsome guy that gets women, let me tell you, from a guy that has experienced this, these women are still not being loyal. They talk about Chad and Tyrone, man. Like as if, okay, Chad and Tyrone, so-called, which is a BS scenario because you got different classes of when it comes to the appearance scenario, you got all kinds of classes of people and all kinds of people are having sex, man. You know, well, most of the time when you hear about this MGTOW red pill thing, they're only talking about like 2% of the population, bro. Like, why do we have to keep hearing about like 1% to 2% of the population's problems? What about everybody else? What about everybody else that's in between? They try to make it seem like the woman is goddamn near. They're only talking about 1% of like 1% of women. What about all the other women that nobody desires? What about them? They're not being talked about. But, you know, when they do show them, guess how they show them? They show them as the Karen. That's when they show them. And they try to make you believe that all race of people are Karens. The Karen definitely the scenario of Karen came from the white woman, the racist white woman. But these days, like, because white people don't like to air out their dirty laundry, these days they try to make you think that everybody's a Karen. Like, come on, man. This is how they hide in plain sight. You see, white people like to make their problems out of everybody's problems. This is how they hide. This is how Esau hides. When you watch these videos on MGTOW and you watch these women speaking, who are speaking the majority of the time? Don't make me go through the videos. I would love to know. Anybody in the comments, even though they won't show me y'all comments and y'all speaking right now, they won't show me y'all shit. They never will. They're trying to keep us deprived as much as they can. Who are the ones that are speaking out the most when it comes to all this crazy and madness? It's the white women that's speaking out. But they're telling you that the grass is greener on the other side, though. How does this make sense? You know, you got all kinds of women speaking out, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been through it. I spent hours out of my time investigating. Who are the ones that are speaking out the majority of the time, speaking this madness, this disgusting harlot behavior? Who? It's the white women that's speaking out the majority of the time. I watch these videos up and down. It's just white girl at the white girl at the white girl talking crazy. For the most part. But they tell you that the grass is greener on the other side. How? If you ask me, the grass has died on both sides. Let's listen. All of them, stupid. Every last one of them, sex slaves. That's what they are. Let's listen to this guy's rhetoric. You see all these pictures that he's showing? Like as if this is the way to go. It's ridiculous. We're gonna get more into it. Look at this. I mean, hours and hours of this. Like, what? Like just programming your mind to believe in this lie, to make you believe in this lie, man. Yes, other women from other races, they desire us. Yes, but for all the wrong reasons, and they're not telling you that. You see this? See this? All day. Sorry, y'all. We live.
Priceline has all these amazing deals. Deal.
But this is a pattern.
Now, look, check out what this guy. I'm gonna rip through what this guy's trying to teach you with this passport bros, this whole grass is green on the other side BS. Let's rip through it. Y'all know what I do. Let's go.
Man, boss driver here, brothers, and the ladies, and the haters that are most definitely watching. Yeah. So this video, I would like to take the time to yickety-yak with you about some drama down in Atlanta. Some serious drama down in Atlanta. Now, some people say it was not that serious because catastrophe has been avoided.
First off, I'm telling you guys right now, this guy that calls himself MBD, the Mad Bus Driver, he's an agent, man. He's been somebody that's been planted to sell you this false dream, this false lie. I can't, back in the slavery days, right? What did white women used to do? They used to secretly sleep with black men, correct? This has been going on for a very long time. This infatuation has been going on for a very long time. And everybody knows it, and people act like they don't want to speak on it. You know, a lot of slaves were getting killed because of this woman, because of her sexual desire. Of her desire and her fantasy of wanting to be with a black man. It was going on way back then. It was going on way before that, and it's still going on to this day. Y'all, and a lot of white men are asking themselves, like, why? Why is this going on? There's a lot of reasons why it's going on, but you're not going to come to terms with it. But you know, you go to certain websites like BitChute and things like that, and you got white guys just blaming black men over and over and over again, like it's our fault that these women are chasing us. You think that we're forcing white women to come around us? I promise you, in the media, they damn near try to make it seem like that. But we're not forcing these women to come around us, man. And you idiots out there, you know that. They're willingly doing this. And you guys try to come up with all these fake scenarios and fake lies about why they're doing it. Come on, man. I can say some things that will hurt a lot of you guys' feelings, man, on why these white women like to be with black men. They don't choose any other men besides us for the most part. I don't care about the drop. I'm talking about the ocean. I ain't talking about the needle in the haystack. I'm talking about the majority. A majority of what you're going to see and what you're going to experience. There's a lot of reasons why. A lot of sick reasons why. Like why white women choose to be with black men instead. You would think after all of this happened, this would have never taken place, right? But somehow, and out of all the women in the world, it could have been Spanish, Asian, whatever. White women? After this battle that we've been having with these people, white women are the ones that choose to come to be by black man's side? That's very interesting. Why is nobody talking about it? Why is that? Because we're definitely not forcing these women to be with us. We're not manipulating them. It's obviously they like what they like. And it's happening at a really large number because a mixed race is pretty much a race of their own to this point. There's been so much white on black. And it's not just with the women, it's with the men too. But the thing is, though, is that the white women are coming to the black men more than anything. You don't have a lot of black women going to white men. It's just not happening. Let's stop telling that lie, man. Black women do not desire white men. They don't. Let's stop lying. I don't make the rules. I just tell it how it is, how it really is. Not no sugar-coated version like how they try to bring to you. Black women do not desire white women. They would prefer to date black men. Seems like everybody prefers to date black men, even our own. But somehow they're trying to tear black men and black women apart. They're not trying to do it with any other race. See, this is why I tell y'all to study the scriptures, man. People that don't understand what I'm saying, you would know if you study the scriptures and why this is really going on. For the ones that already know, y'all already know. More power to you. All praises. But let's be honest, they try to make you... Come on, man. We don't even have to worry about our women going to another race of men. They don't. They stick with us for the most part. It's the white guy that has to worry about his woman coming off that leash. Let's tell the truth. That's why when a black woman is with a white guy, black guys do not get bothered. Why should we? We're being fed everything. Why should we worry about it? But when a white guy sees a black guy with a white woman, he loses his mind. You know why? Because it's happening to him more. That's why. It's not just because, you're black or you're this and you're that. It's not because of the whole racist thing. It's because his woman is putting us over him. Go to bitchute.com right now and go look at these type of videos and go read the comments. Shit, you can go to one video and go read the comments under it. Spend an hour in those comment sections and see what these white guys are talking about. If you think that this is a lie, what I'm saying, everything that comes from me is from extensive research. I take my time on everything. I would never come to a conclusion within a couple of hours. I'll tell you that much. It's going to take some time. It's going to be a process for me to say what I'm going to say. Put two and two together. This is a lifetime experience. This is what's really going on. They trying to tell you that the grass is greener on the other side. Though. Why are they lying? Let me tell you something. Personal experience before we get back into this. All the white women I've dated, they've all betrayed me. Every last one. Here's the thing. You can say, well, that's your experience. I don't think so. All the guys, all of my homies that was around me, they dated white women too. We've all been in these circles before. Let's stop playing games. They've dated, we've dated, we see what's going on. The rotation. They were all done the same way. It wasn't just me. And we were the guys that were getting all the women, man. Getting all of them. Every guy that I was around, this is how my life was. All of my homies, they were just like me. They were getting girls. I guess we were the Pookies and the Tyrones that they talk about. This is how I know. And all of them was getting played left and right. And we ain't gonna talk about what else was going on because it gets deeper. But all of them was getting played left and right. None of those chicks loyal to any of them. They was getting left as single mothers, just like black women. See, they try to make this a racial thing, and in so many ways it's not. And people are acting stupid like they can't see this shit. Like you don't see what's going on around you. Like, stop playing, man. On the last video I did, there was a reason why that redhead white girl made that announcement like that. She decided to come out and tell the truth. Just say, hey, well, if ain't nobody else gonna say it, then I guess I'm just gonna say it then. There's many reasons why. When you sleep with these white women and you lay up with them, they'll tell you stories about their family, man. They'll tell you stories about what they've been through growing up as little girls, man. And I don't want to say it on here, but it's not pretty what they go through with their fathers and their brothers and their uncles. It's not pretty. That's one of the reasons why they choose to turn their back on their men. But see, these are the things that nobody wants to talk about, though. Every now and then you'll hear it, but it won't, the focus will be taken off of it completely. They don't want you to know what's going on because white people don't like to air out their dirty laundry. I probably will lose a lot of my white subscribers for this, but what do you rather me do? To lie to you, or you rather for me to tell you the truth? You want me to lie about what's going on in this world? I don't think so. Let's get into it.
But I contend that this once again showed.
He takes this black girl. She was trying to, long story short, she was trying to burn down a man's house. She was pouring gasoline all over the house. Look.
The underlying deep-seated hatred for African American men.
He says the underlying deep-seated hatred for African American men. Do you realize that all kinds of women from all different races are doing these type of malicious acts to their men in certain circumstances? This ain't just happening. This ain't just only happening in the black community. You take this one crazy ass black chick that's probably going through all types of things that you don't even know about. You don't know this woman's situation. You don't know you don't know her struggles. You don't know what she's going through. You don't know what they going through as far as their relationship. She probably could have a damn good reason for doing this shit. Who knows? Because let's not try to make it seem like men are out here innocent, man. Everybody's corrupted. Let's stop playing the games. I'm sick of this because you know what they're doing? They're trying to categorize us and they're trying to divide us. This is conquering, dividing what these morons are doing. I hate them with a passion because I can see exactly what they're doing, man. And this is why I have to expose it. He takes this one scenario, there are probably many others on this channel, As if we don't have billions of people in this world that are doing all kinds of sick things that you don't hear about. Let's talk about that part. Let's talk about that aspect of life, of the things that we don't see, the things that we don't hear, but they're happening though. They're happening. Right now, somebody's getting brutally murdered. We don't see it, but it's happening. See, these wicked Luciferians, this stupid a medieval mask on, this armor that he has on, like he came out of Skyrim or some shit. It's like, how is it that you individuals like to generalize everything? You can't generalize everything. In fact, you can barely generalize anything at all because there's too many different reasons and motives and aspects and angles into life. How can you just put one thing in a box and say, hey, this is how it's going to be. This is going to be the outcome every time. No, it's the same way when they try to say, when they call people crazy, right? Same thing. When people do things that seem like they're crazy, that's the only solution. Oh, he had to be crazy because he murdered this person, or he had to be crazy to... No. When you watch these investigations, these people are completely sane, man. It's the difference between being crazy and making a decision. Okay? They show you in these TV shows and these movies all the fucking time. Pay attention. They show you all the time. Crazy doesn't exist. Only decisions exist. Whoever has the nerve to do this. You have people that think about it, and you have individuals that will act on it. You don't have to be crazy in order to do this. Not at all. Most of the time when people get murdered in this world, especially America, it's from rage. It's emotion. That's why most people that get murdered and killed, it was always somebody that was close to them. Because there was the reason behind why they did what they did. Out of rage. Out of rage. Half the time they don't even know what they're doing. Because their adrenaline is pumping so much. Their superpowers are pumping so much that they're out of their minds. They're enraged. They turn into the Hulk. And that Hulk scenario, side note, that's actually real too. It's just not what they make it seem. When your adrenaline is pumping, you know why you don't feel pain? Because you're in super mode, man. It's a reason why your body reacts like that. And a lot of times, actually every time, when you're in rage from pure emotion, from pure pain, from suffering, and you just break, you're out of control. You turn into the Hulk. Yes, you do. But they don't like to expound on those type of things. Like somehow being human is not okay no more. Having these emotions, it's not okay. Or it doesn't make sense. How? There's people throughout life, all the people that's watching, people that are going to see this video, all of y'all know y'all have been through these scenarios before throughout your life where you have lost your mind and did something stupid. We all have done it. Who is this dude right here looking like the default character off of Oblivion and shit? This dude is trying to tell you that this is the reason this black women hate black. Okay, if black women hate black men so much, then why do they marry at a higher rate? Why do black women only stick to black men? It's kind of funny. This black woman is not doing this to a white guy or a Spanish guy. She's doing it to a black, because you know why they always have this black on black bullshit, this rhetoric they put out, because they know that they can't tear us apart for real. Because the majority of the time, black people are dealing with each other. Even when it comes to our friends, we hang out with each other, man. They don't. Can y'all see why we're being targeted? They don't want us to be amongst each other. This is why they're selling you this lie, telling you that the grass is greener on the other side, man. Let's go.
So what drama are we talking about? So what drama are we talking about? We're talking about the drama at Dr. Martin Luther King's birth home down in Atlanta. We're talking about the fact that a lady tried to burn it down, doused the front of the place with gasoline, and she was going to set the place ablaze, like it was set it off, like it was how Stella got her groove back, how it was, you know, like she was Lisa Left Eye Lopez, and she was just gonna burn the house down because she's mad that that vehicle didn't act right. And thanks to some good old white folks, I guess, some of them were white, that came by.
He said, back to some good old white folks. Why is this man like Conan on a whole nother level? You know, let's say everything that let's say everything these passport bros was true. You know, why do you have to show hatred to your own kind in order to do so? Why don't people ask themselves that question? You know, as black men, as Israelite men, we're supposed to be teaching the daughters of Zion, man. You know that? I know it's hard. I know it damn near seems like it's impossible. It damn near is. But these people are telling you to give up on your own kind. They're telling you to turn your, as the men, as the leaders, they're telling you to turn your back. No, see, as a chosen one, you're supposed to turn your back on everything. Women, men, it don't even matter. You got to shut down friends, all of that, because none of them are going to be able to relate to you. But we are in a different scenario. But for the others out there, man, I would tell you this, man. Me personally, because I know most people are not going to listen, but me personally, I wouldn't even dare try to form a relationship with a woman in this society that we live in. And people probably like, well, that's not fair to say that. Why would you encourage people to do that? Well, this is why. Because the programming is so in depth that I'm afraid that there's no return. And if you want to place yourself in a position where you know you're going to fail, then hey, be my guest. You can go out there and do what you want. But if you take it from me, I would suggest that you focus on the Creator, the Most High, and you focus on yourself, and you focus on the truth, man. It's time for you to put on your adventure hat and start seeking. It's time for you to become vigilant. That's what it's time for. It's time for you to start gaining knowledge. These are the things that are more important rather than chasing women and trying to have sex, because women these days, they're all about sex. And they're so wicked. See, the wicked will try to persecute you for what they do. Women tell you these days that it's all about sex with guys. No, it's all about sex with y'all, because that's literally all y'all talking about. All women are talking about is sex. That's it. What else are they talking about for the most part? Because they're definitely not talking about anything else. They definitely don't have any intelligence for the most part. And the people like to always say that it's not all of them. Well, look, like I said, this is why I tell them. This is my response to them. What is a needle in a haystack? What are you going to experience for the most part when you got only just a sprinkle of people that are doing the right thing, I guess you could say? This is not going to be your life experience when the majority that you see are behaving like this and they have these temperaments. They act out and they lash out based on this programming and this matrix that they've been born in. How can you expect this? It's a needle in a haystack. That's what it is. That's what people see when y'all say shit like that. It's not everybody. Well, I guess that really doesn't matter so much, because this is all that we see most of the time. Once again, what is a drop? How's that equivalent to an ocean? It's not. It's nothing. It's nothing. But this guy's trying to make you think by showing little clips like this and trying to demonize someone. Oh, the black woman is this and she's that. Stay away from her. As if all the women are, as if black women are the only people that are corrupted on this planet. The grass is not green on the other side. Stop believing the lie.
It saw what this person was doing and what this person was about to do. They filmed it. Thank goodness for Chef Boyardee, because folks wouldn't believe it if you told them. So you have to have the receipts. They got this broad on film dousing the front of the house with gasoline. And there's another clip of her being detained for the PD to show up to pick her up. Now understand something. Had this been a Caucasian female, all hell would have broken loose. Had this been a Caucasian female, you would have bet Dr. Umar Johnson. You would have bet Tariq Nasheed. You would have bet.
He's referring to all agents that have been promoting lies to our people. This is who he's referring to. All agents, fake actors. That's it. This is how you know this is just a game on what these YouTuber agents do, man.
Cynthia G. You would have bet all of these race baiters,
all of these fake scenarios that were put in the media to persuade the minds of people. Let's continue.
to be on the internet, all the pro-blacks, all the black power folks would have came out in full force, all the Hotep the B1 would have came out in full force, and they would have pointed at this white trick trying to burn down Dr. Martin Luther King's house, and they would have said, see, you black men, you see, you out here chasing these white girls, Bronny James, and look what they're trying to do to your legacy. See what integration has done. See, we need to segregate, we need to separate. You know, they would have said this. But it turns out it was not a white female. No.
Do you see this? Do you see what is taking place? And he literally just told you that these other individuals are race baiting. But what is he doing right now? You see, this is the type of content that you're going to run into the majority of the time on YouTube. These are the kind of fake scripted individuals that you're going to see the majority of the time. Do you see how he literally, and this is just, I could do this all day, but I'm not going to be excessive like that. But he literally just contradicted himself. He literally said that all these individuals are race baiting you, but turns right back around within seconds and then starts to race bait you. His viewers. Do you see the trickery and the mind games that they play? These Luciferians, they're trained to do these type of things. You better believe before they get on that world stage, they're going to be trained before they get there. And they all, if you've done the research that I've done, you see that they all go by the same script. I promise you, that's why I told y'all about the Hogwarts shit for my real listeners. Why I tell you that? This is why I tell you that, because they go by a goddamn textbook. I swear they do. Because they're all running the same system. They're like robots. Kind of like with police officers, how they all run the same system and how they all behave the same way. Like robots, transhumanism. It's the same thing with these Luciferians, man. This is a job for these fucking morons. Here lying to you about shit that's not even realistic. And they will also bend the truth. They're truth benders. I love to say this. What's a truth bender for the new viewers? Someone who mixes the truth with the lies. You probably ask yourself, well, how does that work? Well, because the truth holds power. Holds all the power, actually. But if you can manipulate the truth, then you can bend it to your own will. Let's continue.
It was a B-dub. That's right. It was a B-dub. Now, of course, you know, folks is trying to say this B-dub has mental illness, and so therefore, you can't really, hold her accountable for her actions, her attempted actions to do what she was going to do. But this is a pattern.
Okay, I think y'all get the gist. You see, this guy and other individuals and the passport bros and MGTOW, they're lying to you about everything. Y'all know they're lying because when you look around, it's not reality what they're talking about because they're trying to program your subconscious mind. You know, once you start believing this shit, you'll start to emulate this behavior. This has happened 10 times over before you were born. Even to the baby boomers. This has happened already. This has already have taken place. And people still be asking themselves, like, why is everything like, why is the world so messed up? You know, before I actually knew that answer, I used to get tired of hearing that. I got so tired of hearing it. I got so tired of people just randomly saying that through certain situations throughout life. I got so tired of it that I said, hey, I'm about to go fucking figure out why life is so messed up. Let's continue.
This is a pattern, brothers, because this isn't new. You see, if you're not a part of the internal drama, if you haven't been following, you know, whole passport bro and SYSBM, interracial relationships, all these people who are...
Yeah, you see, when he refers to inter relationships, when he refers to interracial relationships, this is what you see.
SYSBM.
This is what he shows you. He shows you this image. Okay? You see that? The chick from Frozen, man. Wow, this is the image that he showed you. Not an Asian chick or Arab woman or nothing. Because here's the real truth. The reason why he shows you this image is because he knows that this white woman is what's after you. She wants you. She told you already. She showed you already. What more evidence do you need? And they try to lie to you in the media and say that it's the black man that's the one that's desiring the white woman. Well, if that was the case, the white woman is definitely not turning us down. When we know that's not the case anyway. But if you were to even look at it like that, you would still have to say, well, they're for damn sure not turning it down. They for damn sure. Let me tell you something, man. They're seeking. And let me tell you, I've seen all kinds of white girls. Short story. I've dated gothic white chicks. I'm like emo chicks. They call them emo to these days. I've been with gothic type of white girls. We used to believe back growing up in the 90s that these type of white girls wouldn't even like black dudes. You see who they hang around and who they're with and what they do. They're a part of this whole vampire gothic scene, Evanescence, you know, all of that, Paramore, all that shit. You would never imagine that they would want to sleep with a black guy like me, you know what I'm saying? A street type of dude who I was. I guess you could say a thug. Was the kind of guy I was. You would never think, oh, but they do. And they're lurking, and they're seeking, and they're watching, and they're waiting. People think that it's only like, oh, well, those are trashy white girls. No. All kinds. I'm talking about white women in professional positions, doctors, lawyers, they're all doing it, man. And this is what the white man knows, and it drives him nuts. He goes crazy. Let's talk about this scenario. They say that the black man is the one that desires to. I can crush this in so many ways. I can crush this in so many ways. I'm a real one that's been through it. Why is it that you have these strange white guys that like to go around, especially in Vegas, they like to go around and they like to pay black men to sleep with their wives? Why does that take place? Huh? Since we're the ones that are drooling over white women, why is those type of things? Why are we being paid to sleep with your wife? Seems like somebody sees our value. And this goes on a whole lot. But you know, white people don't like to air the dirty laundry, so it's not going to be in the mainstream media. They're not going to talk about it, of course. Why would he pay? You know why he would pay for that? Because he knows that the white woman desires the fuck out of a black man. He knows that. So Since he can't beat it, he's going to join it. And they want to film it and everything. They want it since, oh, you know what? Since I can't stop you from desiring this black man, even though you're my wife, I'm going to be a part of it. And this is how I'm going to be a part of it. I'm going to pay for it and I'm going to watch. Since I can't stop you, I'm going to be a part of it. That's why they do it. Sick, I know. But this is how unstoppable you are, Jacob. This is how much she desires you. Let's stop the lie. Okay, let's go to another scenario real quick. How I can cut through this lie every time and then tell the reality about this. Why is it that white women marry white guys? They marry white guys. They only marry them for the bag. That's it. They marry them for the security. And I know everybody that's probably jumping out their seat know what I'm talking about. Y'all feel everything I'm saying is you know it's true. These white girls, they will marry white dudes because they know 9 times out of 10, the white guy gonna have the bag. Yes, he's gonna have the bag. They're gonna marry him for the security. They're gonna have kids with him, marry him, move in with him, everything. But on the side, she's sleeping with black dudes, man. Yes, this is a reality. It's sad to say, probably the majority of the time, most of these white girls are marrying these white Chad dudes only just to use them for their money. But on the side, they getting what they really get. They getting what they really want. This is the reality, man. This is the true reality. You know how I know? Because I've probably had over hundreds of women that were like this. White girls that like this. It's a different experience when you're a black man. For all the other guys out there from different races just watching this, I'm revealing things to you that you probably already thought about. You probably maybe already knew, maybe you didn't know it all, but I'm revealing these things to you now. It's a different experience when you're a black man, especially when you're handsome. It seems like you're the number one ride that everybody wants to go to. It's like going to Six Flags and everybody wanting to get on the Screaming Eagle. That's what it's like being black and handsome. Especially around white women. You can't get them off you. It's like picking off flies. Like, God damn, can I breathe? But they told you in the media, they tell you in the media that that we are the ones that are desiring them. Yes, we do desire them. Black men do desire white women, but not like how they're telling you. Nowhere near like how they're telling you. And they get these white girls to get on there and they lie to you about this. Stop lying. Stop, what's the word I like to look for? Stop safeguarding. Stop gatekeeping. You don't, a lot of these white girls don't want to hurt their own men's feelings, man. But I'm telling you, when you lay down with them, they'll expose it all to you. They don't care. They don't care to tell it to you. That's a safe place. They'll tell it to the black man. Why not? They're not going to tell it to you, white guy, but they will tell it to us. And I'm here to reveal this to you. To let you know what's really going on in case you didn't know. A lot of you dudes out there already know. Here's the twist to it, though. They tell you the grass is greener on the other side. But that white woman ain't going to be loyal to you. She's not. Nowhere. If you think that you finna get this Barbie doll right here, you think this finna be a Disney World a story, you're gonna find out that you're in a horror movie real quick. Here's how I tell you that white girls are more feminine and they're more sneaky is what they are. They know how to pretend to be feminine. You see, a black girl will probably most likely bite you from the front. Not always, but she probably will. Most likely. But when it comes to that white girl, she's gonna wait till you turn your back to bite your ass. I'm telling you now. I've dated all kinds of women. I've seen the difference between them, the races, man, and how they behave, man, how they are. They're all the same for the most part, but there's some little things that are different. Certain little tweaks. I'm telling you about this Barbie doll right here. She gonna lie to you about every goddamn thing. She ain't gonna tell you the truth about nothing. She's gonna lie to you about everything. She ain't gonna tell you nothing about her past. She gonna safeguard that. Shit that's going on with her family. Yeah, she'll reveal some things depending on what kind you dealing with. But for the most part, they're gonna safeguard that. Most of them grew up in racist environments, so they looking at you a certain way. They already looking at you like they're above you, and because they've been lied to so much that subconsciously that thought is always there somehow in some way, and it's going to show as you go along with with these white women. It's going to show. You're going to see it. And you got some black guys out here. I don't know why they safeguarding it, why they won't tell you. I know why we know why the agents are doing it, but you got some average guys out here that be safeguarding it too. I don't know why. Because they have been tricked into believing that they should have so much hatred for their own woman, when all along you should be trying to compromise. But instead, no. And I know it's hard. Niggas probably like, man, you crazy? Are you simping? Nah, I don't never simp. Back in my old times, yeah, and barely was doing it then. But I'm too alpha. I stand on my own 10, man. I don't play. Can't nobody control me. I'm not even that type of person. I don't care whether you a woman or a man. I oppose all authority. I've been that way since I came out the womb. So I could never simp, man. Not to the fullest extent, but I did. I had my simping ways, of course. We all do. We all did. Some of us walked away from it. Some of us chose to deal with it. Some of us don't even recognize it at all. Sad for them. But the thing is, though, is that there's no way in hell you're going to tell me as a black man to turn my back completely on my own women and watch them suffer. Or there's no way in hell that you're going to convince me that my women are not suffering, just as I am suffering, just as we all are suffering. I want to make a whole video on the whole racism thing, but this is where they implement racism, man. They don't tell you what real racism is. It's bullshit. It's to cover up the fact that that black people in America are the 12 tribes of Israel. That's why they create this racism system, man, to cause division, because they don't want you to know who those 18 nations are in the Bible, man. They don't want you to know nothing about that. They don't want you to know any ancient knowledge, man. This is why they create all of this confusion. Just lying to you when you don't even see this in reality at all. You'll be out of your mind to convince a real black man in the real world that we are the ones that are chasing white. They're basically saying like the only way that a white woman can be slept with by a black man is that if we had to initiate it. Are you serious? Because they try to make it seem like that we're the ones that just chasing them. That is I tell you, man, I can get in a room full of certain guys, man, and we would laugh at that shit. That shit would be hilarious. It would be a joke. We would all be looking around like, is he joking? Is serious? The majority of black men would see this as a joke, man. We don't have to chase these white girls. We don't have to do nothing, man. Look, they're trying to get you to turn your back on your women. Yes, we know that the black woman is treacherous right now. I don't deny that from not for a second. I don't deny that. Don't think that I'm trying to defend black women on a certain type of level. Don't get it twisted. Hear what I'm saying. As a God on this earth, as an Israelite, I refuse to turn my back on my women. Especially not for this. Not for Becky Barbie doll that's gonna cheat on you. She gonna lie to you. She gonna set you up. Okay? And if you gotta understand, if this woman is willing to turn her back on her own men, how do you think how she's going to treat you, man? Especially when she's been taught that you are lower than her all of her life. Look at how she treats her own women. Her own men. Look at how Becky treats her own men. They're torturing their men with this whole I'm sleeping with a black guy's thing, man. They throw it all in their men's faces, man. Trying to piss them off, trying to make them mad, antagonizing them. And the white guys are going crazy, man. They've been going crazy for years. Why do you think why a lot of these white girls are turning up missing and things like that? They don't. A lot of them, they've been taught this false racist system. They don't know that this is about this is a spiritual battle. They don't know that this is a godly thing. They think this is carnal and shit. oh, it's about skin color. They're fucking retarded is what they are. A lot of these especially these older white guys and things like that, they preach and preach and preach to their kids, or especially their daughters, not to date black men. They preach and preach and preach. And then when they grow up, they do the exact opposite. Okay? Because the white girl realizes that everything that she was being taught by this guy was a fucking lie. And he's not even realizing that he's been lied to too. This is why this happens. For all you white guys that are going to see this video or are watching, if you're wondering why your daughter keeps sleeping with black dudes, is because you lied to her. That's why. You lied to her about us. And she went out to the world. She went to school. She went to elementary. And she found out otherwise. Your lies didn't work. You were lied to, white guy. White man, you were lied to, man. You were lied to on so many levels. And you do so much ignorant shit. And all you're doing is making yourself look stupid in the end. In the end, they're not following you. These white women are not following you. They're not. They're going elsewhere, and they've been doing it for a long time. You got a small number of them that still deal with you or whatnot. But I'm telling you, most of them, for the ones that do deal with you, they're playing you. This is the actual reality, man. So all this race baiting, all this gender baiting, I have just cut through it all. I've cut through it all. It could have been way worse than this. If you think this was bad, I kind of stepped it up a notch on this video because I had to. But it could have been way worse. But the grass is not greener dealing with Becky, man. Becky is a liar. Ashley, Katie, Stacy, I don't care. She's a liar. She's a liar, man. Because they have been taught to be entitled. They have been deeply programmed. They can't climb out of that quicksand, man. They can't climb out of that matrix, bro. They think they walking around here thinking that they Barbie dolls and shit, and like they really thug Barbies is what they really are. That scenario Barbie, that white girl does not exist. You know, they keep trying to give us this scenario. The American white girl is not a Barbie doll. She's a thug Barbie doll, is what she really is. This picture right here will look better with tattoos and shit like that. You know, a bunch of tattoos and piercings. This depiction of a white woman is false from what we see in reality, because the real white woman is a thug, man. They try to make you seem like these women are feminine. They're so much more perfect. Are you serious? No, they're not. They're just sneaky. And they're going to betray you. They're going to stab you in the back as soon as they get the chance, man. When they find the bigger dick, man, they're gone. I'm telling you now. If they find anything that's bigger and better, and if it's black, they're gone. Look, when they get with you, I'm telling you, all my fellas, man, they like dating white girls, man. I'm telling you now, when they get with you, trust me, they can't wait to get around your friends, man. Because they're gonna pick and choose which one they're going to try to smash, bro. And they're going to be sneaky about it. You ain't even going to see it coming. And she gonna play that feminine role and cuddle up with you and do all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? And she's gonna be fooling you and tricking you the whole time. I'm telling you, man. This is what's gonna happen 95% of the time, bro. Because of the programming that's in this world, man. For a lot of these individuals, it ain't no escaping, man. They stuck. You can go out there and deal with these individuals if you want to. I bet you I won't. I learned my lesson. Because let me tell you something. Everybody is corrupted. Me personally, I'm not dealing with nobody. No, for me, there's no friends. There's no homeboys, no homegirls, none of that. Ain't no going to the club, to the bar for a drink, to shoot pool. I'm not doing none of that. I'm seeking for the truth, and that's it. That's the path that I chose. Because I know that I'll be wasting my time and energy dealing with the individuals that are out there in the world, whether man or woman or black or white. Now, I do want to bring my people together, but I'm struggling with that. I guess I'll get back to you on that. But the thing is, though, I got to tell you the truth. I can't lie. There's no way that I'm going to sit back and let individuals like this mad bus driver dude convince my young black brothers, and any of my brothers to be exact, or any people at all, to convince us that this white chick is some type of angel and some type of savior. Like the grass is green on. Are you serious? Do you? I've just told y'all the intent of this woman, man. This white woman is the most sexual creature on the planet. It seems like they like to endure sex more than anyone. Their own men will tell you about their own women. They will tell you that they're whores, man. They will tell you. Now, I'm not saying that all white women are whores, man, but for a large, like once again, what's a drop to an ocean? A large number of these white girls are whores, man. Big time whores. I'm talking about whores on a level you don't see. You don't see the Asian whore out there like the white whore. You don't see the black whore out there like how the white whore is out there. You don't see the Arab whore out there like how the white whore is out. This white girl is on another level, man. I'm telling you. And they're trying to lead you to hell. What they're trying to do, man. They're trying to lead you straight to the fire, telling you that the grass is greener on the other side. And the only reason why they're telling you that, black man, because they don't want you to produce pure bloods. They're trying to white you out. And they're using their women to do it. And this fucking retard right here with this medieval helmet on. He got the head armor piece without the body piece and shit. He couldn't complete the side missions and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he couldn't get the rest of the armor pieces. So he had to just stick with one. For all my gamers out there. But it's like, come on, man. He's lying to you, man. He's bullshitting you, man. He leading you to that fire, man. The moth to the flame, man. If you thinking that this right here is the answer, trust me. A lot of us have been down this road, and it is not the answer, man. And don't matter where you go in the world, all these women are going to be under the same lies and same programming. The same shit. They say you go to Asia, they're being taught about Buddha, man. They're being taught to worship a statue, man. You think they're not being lied to? But he said the grass is green on the other side. Yeah, go to Asia, go to Brazil. Do you know that most of these Brazilian women are whores? All of them. For the majority. You know what they like I said before in the beginning of the video, they know why y'all coming out there, man. They just waiting for all the BBC, man. That's what they're waiting for. They're not trying to start a life with you or get to know you or nothing like, no, man. It's just sexual desire because this is a sexual world. Everybody's been programmed to be sexual creatures, man. And you can go out there if you want to. Go ahead. Go out there, man. Hey, you want to add 2 + 2 and think you're going to get 8? Hey, be my guest. But you made your own bed. I can go around the whole fucking world. Well, matter of fact, stay right here in America and ask real black men their experience with white women. And I'm telling you now, I've basically already done it because I've been around it all my life. I'm telling you now, man, it's not pretty at all. You're gonna hop that fence thinking you're gonna see Candyland with blonde blue hair Barbie doll standing there waiting for you. Yeah, it's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be real sweet until she's done with you. She gonna suck you dry, man. Look, Jacob was meant to rule the world, man. It's the reason why women desire black men so much. It's because we were created to be the apex human on the planet. We are clearly the strongest, the fastest. It's obvious what we are. The true Israel. It's the reason why these white individuals want to be us. They've taken your identity. Okay? It's the reason why. This is why the white woman desires you so much, because she pretty much knows what you are in so many ways. She knows that you're the apex predator of the human of mankind. She knows that. She knows the strongest and the fastest when she sees it. That's why she desires you so much. And it's not, in a lot of ways though, it's not always just about sex either. Most of the time, that's what it's pretty much all about. But they don't just desire just the sex from us. They desire our energy. They desire our personality, our vibe, how we treat them. That's what they desire, man. That's what they desire, man. A lot of these white guys are cold, man. They're cold-hearted, man. Look at their history, man. how they treat their families, man? I'm not saying that these guys here are not good fathers. They'll take care of their families, but they're cold, man. I've hung out with white boys, man, when I was young. I had white friends. And I went to their houses and I spent the night at their houses and things like that. And you see how cold the fathers are, man. They don't really they don't really take too much time out with the kids or not even really the wife, really. They kind of just stay distant from everybody. They're real cold, man. They can be. And this is what these chicks are dealing with, man. And they're trying to get away from it. And the solution that they found is you, black man. But it gets way more deeper than that. This is the dirty laundry that white people don't want to air out, but they'll be quick to tell you about black on black crime and independent black woman and all these fake social media things that are out there, all these things that are in the media. They'll be quick to speak upon that, but they won't talk about their own problems. But then you have these weird old black dudes, these agents that are telling you that the grass is greener on the other side. You know, I'm bored. I'm really bored. So I'm out of here. I'll see y'all next time, man. I will see y'all next time. Thanks for coming in. I thank y'all. I'm sorry, I was about to really cancel out, but thanks for coming in. I appreciate everybody that came into the live stream. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I hope that y'all can understand things without being offended. Stop working with your feelings and work with the truth and the facts. These are the truth, man. It's not just my experience. You can say like, hey, is this your experience? No, it's not. I've seen this all over. All right? So this is the truth. Stop lying about Becky. Stop playing, man. Because this girl is literally worshiping us. You know what I'm saying? And you know. You know what I'm saying? When they have their sex toys, what color is that sex toy? It's an idol is what that is. You telling me that's not worship? Man, stop playing with me. I'm gone.